Hey, welcome back. Todd here, Rudolph Optics. Leading the way tip of the day this week, we're going to talk about tube construction. Basically, there's three different numbers you need to know. You need to know 25 millimeter is equivalent to 1 inch, so you got a 1 inch tube, 30 millimeter tube, and a 34 millimeter tube. We construct all of our scopes with either a 1 inch tube or a 30 millimeter tube. And the reason you need that, and I'll tell you a little bit about what goes into it, is basically your 1 inch tube is a standard hunting rifle. It's been around for years and years. It's going to give you travel, and the distance between the top and bottom of the scope is measured in millimeters, or because it's equivalent 1 inch. So this is a 25 millimeter scope, and this here is a 30 millimeter scope, and you can see the difference in size. Basically, your standard hunting rifle, you're going to sight it in, and at that point you're not going to really touch your turrets much after that. You're just going to be hunting with it. You're going to know where your zero is. If you get into a long range scope, kind of like our 6 to 24 by 50 tactical scope, guys that use this scope shoot outwards of 1,000, 2,000 yards, and they need a lot of travel on their turret system to be able to make that long range shot. So whenever you hear the clicks on this scope, very positive clicks, you're going to see each one of those clicks is a 1/4 inch at 100 yards. So as you move out, you're going to need a lot more clicks as you go past 100 yards to 1,000 yards, even 2,000 yards. You need a lot of travel up and down and left and right if it's really windy. So the reason that you use a bigger tube is to get more travel on your turrets. A 34 millimeter tube even gives you more, and we don't manufacture a 34 millimeter tube currently. So you got your standard 25 millimeter or 1 inch, and it also is going to give you a little bit more durability when you go to a 30 millimeter tube, just because it's a little bit thicker, heavier duty construction. But it does not allow more light. A lot of people will talk about it lets more light in if you have a bigger tube. It's so minimal that your human eye can almost can't tell. But 1 inch tube, standard hunting rifle, start getting long range, you need to move your turrets more, you're gonna go with a 30 millimeter tube. That's our leading the way tip of the day. See you next week.